Hi, hello, and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be learning how to draw a realistic eye for our cartoon characters.
Now why not you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and then click on that notification button so that when next I drop a video you will get notified about it. Let's dive back in to the video.
So one thing I like to always do is to use a reference. I already have a reference I downloaded from the internet, and I'm just going to bring it into my software. So I just dragged and dropped it into Moho, and then we will have to trace along this to get this particular shape of the eye. You can always, if you don't like this particular eye, you can always go to the internet and then Google whatever eye shape you prefer to use. But for me, I found this okay and cartoonish enough for this purpose. So we are going to be using this to illustrate today's video. So first thing I'm going to do is to go to my new layer, and then I'm going to pick my art points tool, and I'll begin to trace along this path. Now the fill color is red and I don't like that. I want my fill color to be white, and then I want to give it a stroke of black, and I'll have to increase my stroke thickness to about 8. Now if you notice, my trace is kind of jagged and I want to smoothen it a bit. So I'll hit Ctrl M on each of these points to make it more curved. You can see that it's smoothing out. You can see that my points are becoming smoother. So on each of these points, I want to make it a curve. So yeah, so we have a better look now of my eye. Now I want to take this layer behind my reference so I can see where I am. So just to fine tune my trace, I'll just have to fix the point properly so I'll get the same result as my reference. Now after I've done that, I'll have to rename this the main eye. Now next up, I'm going to trace out my pupil. So I'm going to use another vector layer for that particular illustration. So I'm going to create a new vector layer here, and then I'm going to name this my pupil. And since this is more like a circle, I'm going to pick my shape tool here and then go to the circle and then draw out a circle that will fit what I'm doing. So just to take this up so we know what we are doing, so I'll make this fit. Doesn't really have to be perfect though. Doesn't have to be so perfect, but at least let it be close since it's a reference. So this is fine. And then the fill color, I don't want the fill color to be white. We are Nigerians, and our eye pupil are usually black. Some have brown. So I'll just go with black. There is no need to give it a stroke. So just use the fill of black for the eye pupil and then take it down. Now if you look closely at this reference, you see some light bouncing through the eye. You see some light bouncing to the eye and then reflecting back. These are light reflections and it gives that feel of a reflective surface. So we are going to add that into our illustration. Probably not this much, but we are going to add a little bit of reflection so as to illustrate the fact that our pupil are actually reflective. So I'll just draw still on the same pupil layer. I'll pick mine and then pick the circular tool and then draw a circle here. I don't have to follow the exact reflective shape from the reference. My reflections can be different. So, and then I'll reduce the opacity just like that, and then just like this, and probably I'll have to duplicate this and take it down a bit, then use the scale. So this will serve as my reflection for the pupil. Now that I've successfully drawn the two shapes. That is the white, the main eye, which has a white surface area and then a black stroke, and then my pupil, which is this entire surface here. Well, for some reasons, I think it would be better if I could do something like this. So I would just have to, make this inside black, and then for the outside I could make it a brown surface. I could make it a brown surface. Yep. I think this works. Yeah. So this works and then feels better. But not everyone's eye like this, just for the sake of this tutorial. So you could give any kind of, whatever kind of color you feel you want your character, eye color you feel your character would have. Now I will now have to group these two layers into a selection, and then I will rename it as eye. Then from here, because I don't want my pupil to be probably when the character looks left, it leaves the eye, it leaves the skin of the eye. It's not supposed to leave the skin of the eye. It's supposed to be under the skin of the eye. So this area where it comes out is not realistic. So for that not to happen, we are going to mask this group layer which we have created, and then that will prevent our pupil from leaving the eye. You can see no matter how much I stretch my eyeballs, it will not leave the area of the main eye. So that's the purpose of the masking. And again, we want our eye stroke to remain. The fact that this ball is being overlaid on our eye stroke, that's on our main eye stroke, is wrong. So this eye stroke is supposed to still be visible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to double click on that layer and then go to masking and exclude strokes. So that will give me that function that I'm looking for. So no matter how much the stroke remains, and then my eyeball does not leave the area of the eye. So this is how you could create a good realistic eye. You can go further by adding your eyelashes, your eyebrow and everything to it. So for this tutorial we are going to stop here, and then in our next tutorial we are going to learn how we can control the movement of this pupil using bones.